listening to The Announcer's Table with Daryl and Ian. This podcast is presented by RingIcon.com, the social networking site for wrestlers, fans, promoters, and everything indie wrestling. Log on today and create your profile, and as always, enjoy the show.
Hey guys, this is Ian.
And I'm Daryl.
And this is the Announcer's Table presented by RingIcon.com. And today is Monday, so that means it is Promotion Builder. So, what are we talking about today?
I almost said Gimmick Builder. I'm like, no, wait, that's Tuesdays. Today we are talking about titles.
What about titles?
Well, how people misuse titles. How promotions misuse titles. And you're probably going, how do we misuse titles? Well, let me tell you. All right, one, you shouldn't call it a World Heavyweight Championship if you're only defending it in your promotion.
Right.
It should be called XYZ Heavyweight Champion. Okay, it shouldn't be called, the World Heavyweight Champion. If it's at your show, it's your show.
Right.
All right, you don't need an Intercontinental title. You don't need a United States title. Come up with something different. Name them something different. Have them be promotion-based.
Right.
Okay, the tag titles are pretty much it. They're just the tag titles.
Right.
So they'll be called XYZ Tag Team Champions. All right, that's pretty much across the board at every promotion we've ever been to. That's never really been the issue.
Right.
But if you have a World Heavyweight Championship and you're only defending it there, and you have a United States Championship or Intercontinental Championship, come on, guys, that's dumb. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
You're defending it at your show. All right, so one, you don't need a U.S. title. You don't need an Intercontinental title. You sure as hell don't need a freaking TV title if you're not on TV either.
Yeah, if you're not on TV, don't.
Yeah, don't have a TV title. But we have one friend. He is the Action Pact title holder. All right, so you can get creative with your names.
Oh yeah.
They don't need to be one. You need the heavyweight title, okay, but it needs to be promotion heavyweight championship. Okay, not World Heavyweight Championship or anything like that.
And don't do the WWE thing where you have a WWE title and a World Heavyweight title. That's the most confusing, and I hate it with WWE that they have. Yeah, I mean they've done it before where they created the
especially if they're going to wrestle on both
champion.
shows and are not as separated as what they used to be with the top names. Anyways, they're not as separated as they used to be. But get creative.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, get creative with your titles. All right. I mean, you really only need 4 titles at most. All right. You need tag titles. If you have women wrestlers, you need a women's title. If you need your heavyweight champion title.
Right, which is all dependent on what style organization you are.
Yeah.
I mean, if your whole organization is, high flyers and, if that's the base, then maybe you don't need a heavyweight title, you know what I mean? Maybe you just need a promotion title, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the WWE title, so that you're not saying that it's the heavyweight title when really, a big powerhouse could come in and destroy your lightweight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's here nor there. I mean, that's just my thought process.
Have like if you have a bunch of smaller wrestlers, have like a cruiserweight title, but don't call it a cruiserweight title.
Right.
Get like creative with it. I don't want to just throw names out. I want you all to get creative and think about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, so just 4 basic titles. Heavyweight title, some kind of mid title. If you have a women's division, that title.
And tag team.
And tag team title. Like NEW has the NEW Heavyweight Champion. They have the NEW Ladies Championship, then the NEW Tag Team Champions,
and then the Action Pack.
Yeah, and the Action Pack Champion. So I mean, get creative like that. Just come up with a different name for yours. But please, I can't stress enough. No U.S. title, no Intercontinental title, and no World Heavyweight Championship BS.
Right.
Because it's BS. You're defending it at your show. Everybody knows that. Come on, think about it. We're not dumb, the fans.
Right.
Some fans are not that bright, but for the most part, they get you're not defending it. Especially if you run a weekly show, you're definitely not traveling anywhere. You're defending it at your show.
Oh yeah.
So just get creative with your title names. That's all I'm saying. Get creative.
Yeah, and I agree. One other title that I want to kind of brush on and see what you think about it is a hardcore title.
It depends on your market.
Yeah, it really depends on your market. But how do you? I always think that the hardcore title should be the 24/7 rule. But I guess that's
hard
all
to do in an independent.
Yeah, I
thing,
mean,
and it doesn't.
No, I agree, but I don't know.
I mean, I dug it when it was on like WCW when they did it, stuff like that. Me personally, I'm not a big hardcore fan.
Oh, I agree.
I don't mind a hardcore match every now and then. Okay, I'm not that kind of a prude type person. I do enjoy them every now and then, but I don't want to watch it as a constant.
No, I agree.
So that's why I'm not really for a hardcore title.
Right. That really.
But it depends on your market.
Yeah, of course.
If you're in an area who really likes hardcore and they want a hardcore match every show,
right.
Okay, then yeah, there's probably going to be a need for that title. But if you're at a market and they only want one every now and then,
right,
then there's no need.
No, I agree.
So I mean, it just that is, you're going to know your market better than we know your market.
Yeah.
There's some shows down here that, they do a hardcore match every show. So they have that need for it. But then there's a lot of promotions that they never do hardcore matches in that kind of sense. Now, they'll do like two regular guys have a hardcore match.
Right.
But they just don't have that hardcore wrestlers.
Right. And that's something you need to consider when you have a title. You need to make sure that you have enough talent in that range. Your heavyweight title, everybody's open for it. You know what I mean? So you always have open availability.
Or
for
even
that.
Don't even call it heavyweight.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
just call it your promotion title.
Right. Your promotions title is always going to have your whole organization going for that title. If you don't have more than 2 tag teams, then you don't need a tag team.
You don't have more than 2 women. You don't need a women's title.
Exactly. Either. So just make sure that, cater it to what you produce. So if you have a lot of high flyers, put a high flyer title in there or something of that sort.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of hardcore wrestlers and you do 2 matches a night at hardcore, then you need a hardcore title. That's what I'm saying is that, cater to what you produce. And so if you have different people, then you have different needs for titles.
Yep.
And you can always bring in titles if you develop that part of your organization.
Yeah,
so,
if you want to partner with other shows that are
right.
around that do different days, that like if you're a Friday show, they do a Saturday show. Y'all could do some cross branding.
Oh yeah.
And have a title that kind of travels back and forth.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, you could do something like that, but just look at your market, look at your audience, and your locker room, and see what you have. And because you can have organization heavyweight champion, and then you can also at the same time have just an organization title.
Right.
Okay, which is you can view them as equal, or you can view them as steps. And then the tag titles, and then if you have, I would say I wouldn't get a women's title unless you have at least 4 active women who can wrestle.
Right.
So I mean.
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, let's not.
But
let's be positive.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Promotion Builders. We're talking about titles today. So,
get creative.
Yes, get creative with your titles. And, if you have a different title in mind that you have produced in your organization, or if you're a wrestler and you've held a different title than what we've kind of talked about, leave a comment and let us know, because I'd be interested to see what... because I know there's a bunch of weird ones like a cage match title or something. I don't know. There's weird titles to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Or even Wrestler of the Year title, or something like that. Kind of like a Money in the Bank.
I hold the Sexy Ginger title.
No, you don't.
Not on the show. I'm the only ginger.
Yeah, I still win it.
Damn.
Just because somewhere in the past I've probably had a ginger in my family. So. Yeah, I still win.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I can't even win that.
No, you can't.
No.
So.
What about awesome goatee?
No, because if I shaved like this, I would have that title.
Man, I just suck at life.
Yeah, you do.
All right, well, tomorrow we're not talking about titles for your gimmick builder because it just kind of doesn't really
it doesn't work out
with you as a wrestler. It doesn't make sense. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about managers and valets and what the roles are when they're out of the ring.
Yep.
So tune in tomorrow. Check it out, especially if you're a manager or valet, because we have some.
Or if you have a manager or valet.
Yeah, because we have some great advice.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow.